A company that took over the world with one of the best marketing strategies ever created. Here's the story behind the marketing that made Apple worth more than $2.7 trillion. Imagine that you're sitting in your kitchen in Silicon Valley and you're about to name your first tech company. What are you going to go for? In the case of Steve Jobs, he decided on Apple because it's friendly, it's inviting, and most importantly, Apple comes before Atari, the main competitor's name, in the phone book at the time, which was the thing back then. Another reason why the name Apple was chosen was because at the time, computers were very clunky, scary looking, and just ugly. Steve Jobs wanted these computers to be more approachable by the everyday man. He envisioned that every professional and every creator should have a computer at their desk, which was revolutionary at the time. The logo itself is very often thought of as a shout out to Alan Turing or Adam and Eve because it's the bitten apple. But Steve Jobs said himself many times during interviews that it was just one of the most approachable and beautiful designs that he saw regarding logos at the time. And that's why he chose it. Plus, it's also very easy to spot it in a crowd of brands with their own logos, because all the other ones looked very techy, nerdy, and unapproachable. Apple's way of showing itself off, its branding, is way more than just a pretty logo and a cool name. It's all about trying to connect with people and be there for the professional and the creatives, showing that you can create something deep and meaningful using innovation and creativity. Apple shows how powerful it is to have a brand that feels personal to people. And their approach to marketing and branding is something that many other brands have tried to copy or follow. But it's hard to beat the original. Have you ever opened an Apple product? It's like a little celebration all on its own. And the reason why is because Apple pays close attention to simplicity and elegance. And this feeling of less is more is something that is very prevalent in their website and their iPhone and their MacBook and so many of their products. And the reason why is because Apple wants you to feel that innovation, creativity, and passion for technology should be very simplistic and something that comes natural to us humans. The boxes that the Apple products come in are designed to be a part of the experience as well. Whenever you're buying a new product, it should be exciting, fun, and interesting to see what's inside of this box that you bought yourself. And that's why we can see a lot of unboxing YouTube channels out there, because a lot of companies have taken after this and realized that it should be a part of this exciting experience to unwrap a gift that you've bought to yourself. One of the many reasons why Apple products are so expensive is because the staff has put a lot of time, energy, and money into making sure that whenever you're buying a new product from them, then the process of installing and getting to know the product is as easy, fun, and smooth as possible. Apple's way of doing things shows us that simplicity and beauty can easily walk hand in hand. Apple products are not known for being stuffed with millions of things. Every single part of an Apple product is there for a specific purpose. It's a reminder that sometimes the best things in life do not need to be complicated. Apple focuses on creating an impression by focusing on what is important and making their clients proud of owning one of their products. Whenever Apple is about to launch a new product, it feels like the whole world is stopping for a moment just to watch. And these events are not just a meeting where they show what the next product is going to be. It's a show that grabs your attention and shows you what the next step of innovation is. Before the big day of the event, there are a lot of rumors that are being spread on social media, blogs, and on podcasts about what's going to be revealed. And very often, this is artificially created by Apple themselves, who pay influencers to talk about what's going to happen on these events. Then, when the launch finally happens, it's filled with a lot of wow moments that creates the feeling that something big is around the corner. And that's because Apple is great at creating stories about the product and how they will influence your everyday life. These events are not just made so that you can see what the next iPhone looks like. They're made for two main reasons. First and foremost, to make you excited about this next product that is coming out so that you will want to buy it. Sales always go up whenever they are making events like this. Second of all, they want to show the level of innovation and the technological capacity that their products have. If you create a lot of interest in your company, then you will also draw people to it and will make people want to work for you. And this is one of the ways that Apple makes sure that they become very attractive employers, so that they can always have extremely intelligent and competent people working for them, and that way guaranteeing that they're always on the cutting edge of the industry. Apple's product launches are like the Super Bowl of the tech world, because they're always filled with excitement and cool gadget that makes you want to jump off the couch and head to the store to buy the new coolest gadget. And that's one of the many reasons why Apple is seen as the very top regarding products in the tech world. For example, the YouTuber Marcus Brownie made a video about Apple Vision Pro 1 about a month ago, and it already has more than 26 million views. That's a testament of how hyped up people are about their products. Apple has a special way of making you feel like you truly own a VIP product, reserved for those who can afford and truly love luxury. But one way to think about it, how they do it, is by imagining that you found your Apple phone at the back of some discount store and it only costed like $5, and you bought it with an already opened package. Even though it's the same product, you're probably not going to feel this feeling of exclusivity when you hold it for the first time. It's not all about looks though. You might have noticed that if you own more than one Apple product, how easy it is for them to be integrated with each other. And that's on purpose, because you can compare it to Android phones and Android products where you have to integrate them manually, and it's a little bit more tedious. The reason why is because Apple focuses so hard on making sure that every step of your journey into becoming a complete user of all the Apple products is as smooth and elegant as possible. Another example would be that whenever you walk into any Apple store, you would probably notice how friendly and how quick somebody walks up to you with the intention to help you out, to know exactly what your needs are and how Apple can help you in your everyday life. So Apple's secret sauce is not just to make you buy some really cool gadget. It's to create the feeling that you're joining a club where you're buying the next step in technology, that you're always at the very cutting edge of innovation, together with a company that is always striving to be delivering the most exclusive and the best products on the market. Apple isn't just selling phones and computers. They're telling us stories about how you can use their gadgets in order to achieve something amazing. By entering Apple's world of innovation, creativity, and problem solving, you can tackle on some of the biggest challenges of our times or in your life. These stories don't focus on the features and what the product can exactly do, but instead on the individual, the everyday person like you and I, and what we can achieve using their gadgets. For example, the musician who creates an amazing song on their MacBook Pro, or a photographer who takes an amazing snapshot on the latest iPhone. They make technology feel personal and important for each and every one of us because they highlight what you can achieve with your creativity, and technology should never be an obstacle. And it's not just about being creative. Apple stories often remind us to think differently and challenge the usual way of doing things. They celebrate the idea of being unique and not just following the crowd. That's a message that resonates with all of us, making Apple not just a brand, but a part of who we see ourselves and our potential. In the end, Apple's storytelling is a big reason why many people feel a strong connection to the brand. It's not just about what the products do, it's about the stories we believe we can tell with them. Have you ever noticed that when you're opening an Apple product, then it opens up really slowly? We call it controlled friction in marketing, and it creates a moment of suspense when you're opening the product to get that gadget that you've been longing for a long time. Apple and a lot of companies that work with luxury products, they spend a lot of time designing packaging so that the entire unboxing experience is as pleasurable and smooth as possible. This attention to detail doesn't just stop with the packaging. It's all about the presentation, where the stores are, where everything is located in the store, and how you feel when you are buying things from Apple. Nowadays, it feels like anybody can have tons of personal data on you if they own a company online, right? Well, that's different for Apple because they go above and beyond to make sure that they don't own or sell any of your personal data to a third party. Now, I have a lot of personal experience with this because I've been working in digital marketing for well over 6 years. And whenever I have a new ad campaign or I want to push a product in front of people who might be interested, then I usually target people who have a specific search history, certain age, location, income, and so much more. But I can't target people as easily if they have an Apple phone because they don't save any of that data. So if you have a certain search pattern on the internet or you've been buying or looking at certain products on your Apple phone, then somebody like me, a digital marketer, can't really target you because you have had those patterns online. It's simply not possible to target you directly because you have had a certain behavioral pattern online when you own an Apple phone. Apple have done some amazing marketing stories over the years, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the future. Let me know what you thought about this marketing Apple story and what other marketing stories you want me to tell next. Subscribe and click right over here if you want to see an insane marketing story about Red Bull. Until next time, take care.